Last chapter, we return to the party about to join Kreekar's raffle, and after stealing a prize, Flint is taught a valuable lesson. Don't change yourself into magic while wearing a magic-eating amulet. The party manages to save him from the black cocoon. After this, the crew decides they've had enough of Casfault and it's high time they set off to the capital. Along the way, they meet Kyrie's family goat Otto and a band of travelling merchant. Flint has his fortune read, which both upsets and terrifies the mystic.
My name is Ashley, and I play Lowbard.
Hi, my name is Brew, and I will be playing Kyrie.
Hi, I am Nyx, and I'll be playing Avani.
Hi, I'm March, and I play Flint Bright.
Hi, my name is John, and I'll be playing Gooey.
And I'm Rob the DM, and welcome to the Homebrew. So yeah, most of them are kind of starting packing stuff away. The fortune teller's orb cracked, so she's stopped. Like, she's packing all that away. She doesn't want anything to do with Flint.
What kind of clothes are the merchants wearing? I want to know if any of them are wearing gloves.
Yeah, quite a lot of them are wearing gloves.
Can I go up to one of them and be like, "Excuse me, I need to. Can I buy your gloves?"
Huh?
I'm gonna shove 10 gold into his hand, into the hand. Say, I need your gloves, please.
He goes, "Oh, all right, no problems. You can have my gloves. There you go." Takes them off.
Well, wonderful.
Slaps them in your hand. He goes into the back of his truck and picks out another pair of gloves and puts them back on.
That's fine. So, and then I'm going to go into my bag and take out the anti-magic glove that has the amulet in it, because I realized it's just magic. The glove is just magic. It's not anti-magic. It's magic against anti-magic. So I'm going to dump out the amulet because I had a thought.
The amulet isn't there.
Okay, I'm going to check the other glove just in case.
No.
What?
Is it around your neck?
I checked
The
under my
amulet is
clothes.
nowhere to be found.
Cool. Flint shits himself. Just
Tips
full
out the
on.
gloves
Hey.
and just...
Yeah, just a wet fart.
To be fair, it's taking care of a problem.
Did I
We don't have
Did
to
I
deal with it
fuck
anymore.
up? It was just anti-magic.
Can we just waddle over to it? Why did you just pay 10 gold for his gloves?
I'm gonna turn to Gooey and say, "Where is the amulet? You have a fucking connection with it. Where is it? You know where it is at all times, right?"
Gooey just turns white and just starts checking themselves.
No,
It's
you.
not on you.
I don't have. Why
no,
are you talking?
Hey,
I'm gonna grab Gooey and just say, "Locate object. Just anything. Just start shaking them. Use your magic. Do something."
I did not know you knew certain aspects of divination magics.
I know some of them. I just don't know how to use them. You know, I have spellcasters on my fucking ship.
You're aware that it exists, but not
Yeah.
how to do it.
I can name different types of technology. I don't know what they do.
Gooey just takes both hands and just calmly places them on Captain's shoulders. Have you lost the amulet?
Mm,
When was the last time you saw it?
when it cocooned me. You weren't there for that, were you?
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
No. So we, you know the raffle.
Oh, Kyrie explained to me what happened. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't have that form of magic, though. Also, I'm pretty sure it would not work on something that consumes magic as well.
Could
Quite the
you?
dilemma for you. Oh well. Gooey just turns around and starts taking stuff out the tower to go back on the road.
I mean, because you're bonded with it, you do know where it is.
That's what I've been
I
saying.
mean, does Gooey just, like, as they walk away, have a sense of where it is? If they
Yeah.
kind of reach out for it? Where is it?
It's on Kreekar's ship. And you know Krikar's just left.
Okay. Yago just turns a little bit white and just starts continuing to pack shit away.
Gooey! Gooey! Gooey, get back here! Get back here, you son of a bitch!
I know nothing. You can make an insight. I have disadvantage on all deception anyway, so it wouldn't.
Okay, well I have -1 to insight, so
Alright.
battle of the brains here.
Sure. Oh.
Yeah, I have
Oh wait, no, disadvantage. Never mind.
That's an 11.
That's
on
a 0
insight.
for me.
Oh!
-1. Roll
What do I get? I can tell Gooey knows something at least then.
Yeah, you know Gooey's lying. He knows where it is.
I'm just gonna go up to Kyrie and say, I will do anything if you will let me have one use of your Zone of Truth on Gooey. I will pet your weird goat. Please.
Weird? No! What go? Look at him!
Otto is there, like eyes facing either direction, with zoned out expression. He's just a goat. He's just there, like.
I love Otto so much.
Same.
Right.
He's chewing on his own beard.
Kyrie's
Same.
gonna go downstairs and just say, you don't need to do anything for me. I'll just do this out of my own will. Where's Gooey?
Gooey.
I mean, Gooey's just like hiding in the
Hiding?
in a bucket. Just-
You know? Shit! I guess I'll roll investigation.
Yeah, roll investigation to find Gooey.
Do we all see this?
Can I roll stealth then?
Yeah,
Is that
roll
how
a
you do
stealth.
things? Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow them outside. Like, what the fuck?
I got a 15.
Oh, I rolled a 12 plus 4 for 16.
You have no fucking clue where Gooey's
Shit.
gone.
Can I give Kyrie the help action to find it so that she gets advantage?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll
so
it again.
do I roll it again?
Yeah.
16. Is that a pass? Do I have some sort of knowledge of where Gooey is?
Yeah.
Like Gooey makes a sludge noise or something.
You're like about to head outside, and you hear something like fall and clatter in the kitchen, and then.
Oh. I guess I'll let Captain walk in first.
Get them! Go! I grab a jar.
Gooey in the jar.
Just like trying to catch a spider with a piece of paper.
Just Gooey slithering around. You're like,
Get back here, you little shit, you're talking.
you do eventually catch Gooey.
Okay, I'll use Zone of Truth.
Oh,
Cool.
I'm not
That's a
good at those.
16. That's a 16 from me.
Yeah.
Flint is
Alright.
never gonna tell the truth.
13 for Gooey.
You both passed.
Fuck. Right. Speak. Tell me what's going on. What did you do? Where is the amulet?
I did not do anything with the amulet.
You lost the amulet?
No.
Apparently, this is the case, yes.
No. Listen, it's not where I put it. It's not on me.
Might I ask the events of when the amulet was last cocooned you?
Yeah. I got a fun magic ring, and then I tried to use it because I'm stupid and impulsive.
I was aware of that part. Where
And then-
was Krikar in the situation?
Gone.
Well, Gooey just stares at Captain.
Look, I think I can read the situation in terms of, obviously,
Krikar
Captain,
stole
you-
the amulet.
I'm not too sure about that.
Oh no, I am fully aware of that situation.
I'm gonna get out the. I have the is it sending stone? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. The comm stone for
The communication
Krikar.
stone, yeah.
That's the word.
Walkie-talkie rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Comm stone for Krikar, and I'm just gonna call him up.
After a little while, you hear, "Hello!
Where's the amulet?
What amulet?
My amulet.
You had an amulet?
I hang up. I just let Gooey go. And I just walk outside. And just go sit in the carriage to leave.
I mean, you didn't roll the fucking insight or anything
Oh, I
like
didn't.
that.
Yeah,
No, it
Gooey's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
waddle down and just be like, that was a very inefficient questioning.
Well, Gooey knows it's with Krikar.
Is it a yes or no?
But you didn't ask any further than, do you have it?
I mean,
Maybe
call him
someone on
again.
his maybe someone on his ship
killing me.
has it?
why would anyone on his... The only person that knows about the amulet in my possession that I know of is probably the person that gave it to me.
Follow-up
Okay.
question.
But it doesn't matter if someone knows that an amulet is magical. They could just go, ooh, pretty amulet. This is a
question.
pirate ship.
You
But it's not...
The amulet said it did not choose you, so anyone could have it.
I'm not a fan of this.
Fine.
you should
It's their
call them
problem
back.
now.
No, it's my problem.
Why?
I mean, there's innocent people aboard that ship.
Hey,
Who won the
Gooey,
raffle.
its position's changed again.
Where now?
It's on another ship, a similar ship to Krikar's, but this one is... You don't know whose ship this is or anything like that, but it is on a ship kind of near the Grand Duchy of Nuvania, and if you recall, the Grand Duchy of Nuvania is where Flint's old crew was meant to be seen.
It seems like it is no longer someone's problem. It's now your old crew's problem. It's now traveling on a boat heading towards the Grand Duchess of Nuvania.
Yeah, no, Krikar then has it. Fucker!
Oh, it's moved from a different ship now.
Do you know which ship?
No. My connection with it is weird.
I mean, Krikar would not be able to get from the Marches of Beact to the Grand Duchy of Nuvania in 2 days.
It is incredibly fast travel, yes.
Well, we got a really good ship.
He does have a magic-powered ship. That's still really fucking quick.
Either way, it is not our problem anymore. For now.
Oh no. No, it needs to be here. I can't not.
You'd prefer it to be consuming your flesh and bones every time you attempt a feat of magic.
I would prefer it if the whole reason why I left my crew to not suddenly disappear to what might be my fucking crew.
Okay.
I have a reason. I feel that is a very valid emotion to be feeling.
I'd like to think that during this massive conversation that Otto has just walked in and started eating food off the table.
Yeah, he's walked in and is gnawing on the table itself. Just
Oh no! He's not
eyes
that.
still
He's not that
vacant
dumb.
as fuck.
He's not that dumb.
He is when he's in goat form.
I could supply with some tables in the stables next time I use it. If
No,
that's
they're-
a particular dietary need.
They're eating an apple or a piece of bread off the table, which is ours.
Yeah.
And I have to like take it out
Still
their mouth.
super vacant expression
Yeah.
though. Because
Should we
God,
possibly-
goats look so dumb and I love it.
Should we possibly get moving? Is Ovani awake?
I like to think of Annie sitting in a corner somewhere eating next to Otto.
Yeah.
Like eating breakfast.
Ivani's just sat next to Otto, just going ham on some berries.
Hell yeah. Some good berries, man.
Is Ivani awake? Ivani stood in front of Gooey like, motherfucker, what?
My passive perception is quite low. I guess we could possibly purchase a ship after we are done in the capital.
That sounds like a lot of money.
Very true.
I mean, there are other ways of getting a ship.
To be fair, we don't have to pay for the ship.
Exactly.
That's
Hi,
also
little
very
bird. Welcome to the
true.
conversation.
Do
Little bit
not-
sorted.
Do not suggest to the pirate stealing a ship, because they
I-
will.
He's
I
meant to
mean,
be a fucking pirate.
You know
Yeah.
Flint has a stockpile of dinghies somewhere as well.
My stockpile of dinghies all taped together.
There's
Oh.
like 3 little rafts held together with duct
Yeah.
tape, gorilla glue, and twigs.
What can I
And
get, like,
Flint stands on
halfway?
them like, ha
Didn't you want to get rid of it though, Captain?
You notice several blue orbs begin fluttering into the room.
Oh,
You notice them. It's message orbs, like when they send posts and stuff like that.
oh.
Captain, I can only guess this is for you.
Hopefully not.
A parcel appears in front of Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
Take that.
Oh, fun.
There's
You've
still
got
more
mail.
blue orbs in the room, and they are also forming in front of you.
No.
They're quite proficient with their postal service. This address has existed for merely 8 hours.
Well, you first, Captain.
Okay, so I've got a parcel in front of me, right?
It's
Um,
wrapped in almost, I don't want to say newspaper, but like, you know, it's wrapped in several bits of face down, like hand-drawn paper. And while unwrapping it, it is loads of wanted posters that have kind of been like wrapped together on the opposite way, so it just looks like plain paper on the outside.
Who's wanted posters?
Your cruise,
Fuck. Is there something inside, or is it just that?
your amulet's inside as well as a letter.
What?
The
I am
runaround.
going to a tavern when we get to the capital, and I'm staying there until nightfall because I don't want to remember today personally. And I'm just gonna. What does the amulet look like?
It's exactly the same, apart from there's a small crack in it now.
Okay, cool.
Problem solved then.
I'm gonna read the letter and try not to cry.
Printed on it, it says, "You fucker. I thought after everything that happened, you were dead. Then I get a letter from you, and I have your amulet show up. Is this some kind of code for something? Are you in danger? Are you on your way to see us? What's happening? We're currently in the middle of shit, and half of the crew is fucking gone, and we don't know why. We're gonna go back to Cornest, to a safe location for now. Would appreciate you keeping up to date with us."
I take it. I know who it's from.
Yeah, you recognize the handwriting.
Okay. Cool. Flint starts just crying, but not in like a bad way. Oh god. Okay, folks. We don't need to go to Nuvania. That's good. We might see your brother soon though, Avani.
Wait, hold on.
Because I think we should go to Cornest next.
Do you mind telling us what's in the letter? I'm very confused.
My crew is fine, more or less. At least the people I care about are fine.
Mhm.
Right, so it turns out the fear that I was having with my crew, that they're all fucking dead, they had the same fear for me. It's good to know that they don't despise my guts still. That's great. We like that in a crew. That's good.
So how does Avani's brother link into this?
They're going to Cornest.
Weren't they going to a different place though? Duchy of Nuvania, I believe. Didn't you say that?
That's where I thought they'd be. That's where Kreekar's heading.
I think that's way, way too far away.
Hmm.
Okay, I guess we have a new heading. If
Yeah.
we find a ship.
I mean, we're already on the way to the capital. Are we
yeah.
not just gonna go there first and then
Oh,
head off?
Oh,
I'm
100%.
there, yeah.
Yes. Capital first. This is... They're fine and they're safe.
Also, the amulet is damaged.
Yeah,
Yeah, about that.
I don't know why it went to them. Because apparently it went to them and then they sent that to us. I'm glad they at least... I can assume they wrapped this.
Can you ask the amulet a few questions?
Fuck
Like
yeah,
we
we
did
can do
before.
that.
I can cast Identify on it to find
No.
out what's wrong.
No. I will. No. You have had this thing eat too much of you. It is in your head.
It has
No.
eaten a lot of gooey, to be fair.
It is
I
eaten more
can-
that is consensual.
I can cast Detect Thoughts on it. I do have that prepared for today.
No. No. No.
If
no.
I ask consent, will it work?
No. They just said that the amulet showed up to them. Nothing else, I guess, weird. As weird as, an amulet showing up to
How
you.
did they
is.
know that it was yours?
I don't know. Well, they would know that the amulet's mine just because, the way it looks. They know about the amulet.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Right, as this is happening, Otto's just slow. While we're reading the letter, Otto's decided to not eat the parcel, but do you know the thing where you can move your mouth over it and sort of? It's hard to say. Just a very good thing to do where it's slobbering on it. Kyrie's gonna take it out of Otto's mouth and rub Otto's head, and just slowly open the spit covered parcel.
Yeah, it's moist now.
Yeah. Kyrie doesn't really mind.
There's a letter and a small parcel.
Okay. Kyrie's gonna open the parcel first.
It's a load of what you would recognize as Otto's favorite treats.
Oh. Yay! You don't have to eat our stuff now.
I mean, it's not a big parcel, and Otto's a big goat, so...
Yeah. Can I read the letter in secret?
Yes, you can. The letter says, I really wish you'd message us before you take Otto back. I really wish you'd message us before you take Otto back. We know he's safe with you, but you could have at least let us know beforehand. Here's some of his treats. You know how much he loves good berries. Just make sure he's safe.
So who's that from?
You would recognize the writing as family, like a parent?
I'd say that's very mother-esque.
Yeah.
Kyrie's gonna smile a little and sort
Has
of
Kyrie
breathe
ever smiled
Kyrie's
before?
smiling? What is this?
Oh!
She's
and,
possessed.
and
Get
breathe
revivify.
breathe a very hard breath of fresh air and say, well, they don't seem very upset that I took Otto, per se, and they've given me Otto's favourite snacks, so I'm glad that my family's okay with that. And then I'm just gonna hold up my hand with 2 good berries to Otto.
Otto kinda puts his entire mouth over your hand, no teeth, but just lips, and slowly pulls his mouth away from your hand, leaving bridges of saliva to it, but the berries are gone. And he just
Yay.
kind of mindlessly sits there and just...
How many good berries did I get?
You got about, I'll say 40 good berries.
Well, shall we depart then to the capital?
I'd say it's probably best if we get there sooner, because we have other places to be, it seems.
It's fine, it can wait. They'll be fine. I mean, if anything goes really fucking wrong, I'm sure, they'll message us.
Oh, while we're talking on the subject of sending stones and messages, should we attempt to contact Ozek again?
I am just going to give because I have 2 comm stones, which is the one for the prince and Ozak, and then a separate one for Krikar.
You can just smash them together.
I know, but I'm going to keep them separate.
Go to call Ozak hey, babe, and then, late at night, and you hear, hello? Can't you look right?
Your backpack's gonna end up looking like a fucking Zen garden.
I'm gonna butt dial Krikar in the middle of the night.
You wake up to just, Flint, are you there? Flint, hello? Nightmare.
No, I'm just gonna hand the Ozak and Prince of the Poor stone to Ovani.
Ooh.
Take
Ovan's
it.
Yes, Ovan's gonna take it. They're also gonna try not to call the prince this time, as that has happened before.
Yes, it has.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Prince. The only time people want to talk to him is when people accidentally call him. And they're like, oh, I didn't mean you. Yeah, you want to call Isaac, yeah?
Kylie's gonna probably walk away at this point because it's not her business. And probably right back.
Oh, can I put the stone on what's it called when you have like you have it put on so that everyone can hear?
Oh, you want to
Speaker.
put it on speaker?
Big ass stone.
Speaker stand, yes!
Yeah, you can put it on loudspeaker. You hear, like, less staticky than before, but still kind of staticky. You can hear, like, howling wind in the background. And a very muffled Ozak, almost like he's wearing something over his face. Just, hello?
Hi, Ozak, it's me, Giovanni.
Hey,
Can I call
what's
now?
up?
Are you guys okay? Yeah, last time I called, you guys were in a fight.
Yeah, just dealing with some nerdy ones. Don't worry too much about it.
Oh, good. How are you doing? Is everyone else alright?
Yeah, everyone's doing fine. We are currently on the border of the Armour Union, going through the desert that kind of connects that and the Terralona.
Okay. Well, good to know that you're alright.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Is my brother there by any chance?
Yeah. Do you need to talk?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, you hear kind of like fumbling, and then the stone, like, just, and you hear, fuck, we need to find it. No, I don't care if we're in the middle of a sandstorm. We need to find it.
Hello?
Hello?
Ozak, hello?
Hello? You kind of hear like loads of sand shifting around.
Oh no.
And then he picks it back up. Hello?
Ozak, hello.
Right, this is the right stone. Good.
Yeah, about my brother?
Yes. You kind of hear him go, it's for you. It's Giovanni. Just, okay. He hands it over. You hear, hello, brother.
Hello.
Hello.
It's been a while. Well, not really.
No, not really.
No, not really. Why are you doing this? All of
Doing-
this?
Doing what?
You know, tormenting me.
Listen, I'm just trying to stop what happened to me happen to other people.
Yeah, I think we should meet up. For all time's sake.
After what happened last time, is that a good idea?
You know, I have some things I need to ask you in person.
You know I have some things to fucking ask you.
Oh, don't blame this on me.
Who is the one that survived?
I think I wanted that to happen.
You could have tried a bit harder, bud.
Should have. But I need to know what happened to you. I need to see this with my own eyes.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Doesn't matter. I need answers. That's all I need.
If you ever end up coming to Cornest, let me know. Roundabouts where you're gonna be docking before you even leave, and I'll make my way there.
Okay. Then that's it. I hang up.
Alright, goodbye.
Is that how brothers usually converse? So they're to Giovanni.
Well, depends on. it depends on your relationship, I guess. Let's just say some stuff happened between us, which has caused this scar across my face, and it was a bit more brutal for my brother.
I can't see the scar. There's a mask in the way.
Well, there's a little bit poking out this bit, okay? This little bit.
Oh. Okay.
You have brothers? You probably don't have brothers, do you?
I don't have anyone.
Oh.
I don't think. I am technically my mother and father, if the Prince of the Poor is correct.
That's a weird situation.
You're telling me. Either
Yes.
way, I think that the hotel is kind of sick that we've been in it for so long. We should probably leave.
Mm-hmm. We should. At least we know Ozag is alive.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I swear to God, just let me.
So can we get in the cart and leave to the capital now?
Yes.
Here, let's go.
Thank.
I'm still writing my letter.
You can do it in the cart.
I don't want to be secretive.
If you want to continue writing the letter, I can put a disc underneath you. And
I've
you can
already
sit
imagined
outside
that
the
I was
cart.
writing the letter while you were talking to the stone.
I can put you underneath a disc underneath you, and we can just drive, and you can be outside the cart. If you want
Kyrie
privacy,
floating alongside the cart, like, how do I spell and?
Yeah, Otto chasing after me.
Otto also on the D.
Yeah.
It can hold a lot. I can do two. You want to, if you want a sidecar for the cart.
I don't think Otto likes heights very much.
It's not that high off.
either way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the cart. Kyrie will just say that you've wrote your letter. You don't have a stone to send it with, though. So you're gonna have to steal that off Flint to send it. And do you have something of the person's to put into the stone to send to the person?
I'd imagine that through checking Otto and grooming his fur, there would be like a hair on
Yeah,
Otto.
probably.
We'll check
Kyrie
the tape.
keeps loose hairs confirmed.
Basically, it just says, "Hi, Mother. I hope all is well. I do apologize for lack of communication over the past few weeks to months. I've been hunted by a lot of people, and I met a party, which has caused even more problems. I do really like this party. I've met a bunch of couple
A bunch
great
of
friends.
couple.
I've met a couple of great friends, which have been loyal to me, and I have been loyal to them.
No cheat.
We promised to keep Otto in the best hospitality possible, and I hope that father and my siblings are doing well, as I do not know what they are up to right now. Please keep in touch, Kyrie."
And just like that, you kind of put the hair onto the stone, press the stone onto the thing, it makes the seal again, and it slowly turns into blue orbs and disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get in the cart, you start making your way towards the capital. You are about 2 days off, and it's relatively uneventful. You do come across like 1 or 2 stragglers that are kind of like, "Oh, take me with you," but you know, you quite quickly realise they're just there to try and take your shit, so you just keep moving. And
we kill them.
As I looked,
Oh,
A couple of them, you kind of brandish your weapons, and they're like, okay. I imagine it's Little Bird probably doing
yeah, I was gonna say.
Anyone tries getting on the cart, and Little Bird's like, angry squawking.
the alter ego comes out. What is it, Stabby Joe or something?
No,
Maybe Tim.
Stabby Tim, the mugger.
Stabby
The
Tim,
mugger.
There we go.
Oh my god. Oh.
But yeah, you camp up for the night. Nothing really happens the next day. Again, pretty uneventful. You're just kind of making your way, and then at about, I'd say like 5 p.m.-ish, you start noticing the tree line is clearing, and it's just valleys, just empty valleys of grass with all kinds of animals and stuff kind of wandering around, and in the distance you see a little speck of like grey. And the road kind of leads towards it over a couple of rivers and stuff like that. The air here is a lot less humid because there's no canopy for the moisture and the heat to kind of get trapped in. It's very breezy, very cool, very different to what you've experienced up until now. There's a lot of like new smells, mostly like the smell of different animals, and not so much of that kind of damp wood smell as it is just fresh air, manure, that kind of stuff. Yeah, by about 10 p.m.-ish, you come across the capital, which, for those of you that, like, you know, haven't been to a city of this size, it is very big. So as you approach, you see almost the same size as Casvault times 2 in just houses along the outer wall. Before you even get to the wall that the capital is within, there is just houses and farms and everything kind of sprawled out. You see hundreds upon hundreds of people kind of meandering around. The road is quite busy with carts. You can hear lots of chattering and stuff. A couple of people kind of look at you and then just kind of shrug it off. You see a number of peacekeepers and such kind of chatting. You see like 2 or 3 of them beating down someone who's been disorderly and then putting them in cuffs and dragging them off. But yeah, you're now at Aurymond. The smell is... The easiest way I can describe it is, have you ever been in like an old part of a town where it's mostly Tudorian houses on a really hot day after rain and like all the wood stinks? There's like the smell of piss and dirt and earth.
Where I live.
Yeah. But a couple of peacekeepers walk up and they go, "Hold! Who are you with?
I look at Kyrie.
Are you here visiting? Are you adventurers?"
We're just passing through.
Vani holds on the, what's it called? Adventurous charm or something?
Ah, you are adventurers.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're always more than happy to have more people.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we just arrived here.
He looks at you and he goes, if you're adventurers, then I'm guessing you're here for the Adventurers Guild. It's
oh yes, of course.
It's closed at the moment.
Right.
Inside the city walls, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Could you suggest us any taverns where we could stay in the meantime?
He looks at you and he goes, "Ah, you're looking for a tavern in the Catrock. There's quite a few. Obviously, it's a big city. People need to get their drink on. But the 2 that myself and Darius here can recommend would be the Jealous Master Inn and the Marked Bottle."
Okay, thank you very much. We'll just stay and look around.
Of course.
Wish you 2 on the best of your days.
Thank you. If you do want to take up work, we're always looking for more people to take on quests. No pressure, no pressure.
Thank you very much.
Of course. He kind of waves you off, and you can see he's actually like missing 2 of his fingers on one hand.
Good.
Darius kind of also turns around. He's got like center parted curtains. He kind of looks a bit like Matt Mercer, but as like an elf.
Does the other one look like Brendan Lee Mulligan?
Yeah. Yeah, they both kind of wave you off. As you turn the corner, you do see quite obviously the city walls. It is toweringly high, like white,
like
grey stone. The easiest way I can
Attack on Titan style.
No, not that high. Think like Lord of the Rings. I think it's called the White City or whatever it is. The one that's built on the edge of the mountain with all the walls and stuff like that. Imagine that kind of wall, but encompassing a section of the town minus the waterfront. Like that kind of like look to it. You see the gate that kind of opens out. There's no houses or anything near it. There's a number of armed peacekeepers, people with like spears and shields, and there is kind of like a queue similar to what you experienced in Casfault, where they're just checking what you're here for. But as you get to the gate, Darius leans around and he goes, "Oh, those guys there are with the Adventurers Guild." And he goes, "Oh, of course, of course." This orc peacekeeper kind of pushes open a side door for you and goes, "Please, I'll need to see your Adventurer's charms as you go past, just to make sure." And you do see like a shimmering like pink ripple along the door. You get the impression this might be the anti-magic barrier.
Okay.
I'm just going to quickly get out both the gloves and hand one each to Gui and Ovane.
One each?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that works.
He just kind of looks and says, why would... I'm assuming the process is once the charms are shown, we are allowed inside?
Of course. This
What
is
is the-
just for the protection of the city. Everyone has to go through it.
I give the second to Avani and just lift up my handy have a second, just pull out the charm.
Okay.
Since that's what it is. And just dangle
You're
it.
all on a cart, so I'll need to see everyone so far. Like, I'm assuming you just show them all. And he's just holding the door open, like, please. Inside, past this, like, faint pink shimmer, the houses are even tighter crammed together. Like 2 or 3 story high, like flats, kind of built with wood, rough stone, some smooth stone. It kind of just looks like whatever they had available, they have like put together and built houses out of. They don't look ramshackle by any means. They just look very here, there, and everywhere. Some of them have got kind of like overhangs that are like held up by wooden structures, that kind of stuff. You do see a number of people, all kinds of races walking past, but you don't hear any chatter from that side of it. And he's just holding it open. Please.
Can I send my goat back?
Yeah.
Because I don't want him.
You
to-
watch as Otto blankly stares at you. And similar to the letter, he just kind of starts dissipating into this blue orbs.
Very sad.
Yeah, he doesn't move. He just stands there, blank-eyed, eyes facing either way, just
Oh, is it like
until he
the-
fades
the
away.
No, that's not just
Slap in
him
Avengers, like he
until he
does the
goes.
dust.
Yeah. I'll give him a good berry when he goes.
It just kind of sits in his mouth and rolls out as he's disappearing.
Oh.
He just claps 3 times, the basket just disappears for a brief bit.
As you get through the portal, Flint, it goes over you, nothing. Not even for the amulet. Little bird, your sword glows lightly, but nothing like to set off alarms or anything. It's just an enchanted sword. Adventurers parties are going to have them. Kyrie,
What about my amulet?
what, your vocal amulet? Again, it's just a basic enchantment. It's not... Gooey, your form starts to wobble a bit, and it's almost like your core. These guys aren't 100% on what your core is yet, but your core, it's like it's pushing all the goo away from it. It is painful as fuck. But once you get through, it kind of all goes normal. And Ivani, as you go through, you notice your face drips with a little bit of blood, and your fur on your fingers kind of comes out a little bit, and then quickly retracts. And the door slams behind you. And now you're on the other side of it. You can just hear constant, super loud chatter. There are beggars on the streets. There are people like playing music. People stood on almost like soap boxes preaching about their gods and stuff like that. It is a very, very busy town here.
Can I pull up next to a beggar?
So can I prep healing hand?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, your magic works inside here. The anti-magic barrier is literally so that if anything too dangerous passes through, they can pull you to one side and say, what the fuck is causing that? Why is it doing that?
Yeah, about that. What about the amulets when Flint goes through?
Nothing.
Nothing, okay.
Imagine there's...
Yeah, Goo's in pain.
Oh, Lord.
like any hit
Yeah,
point
Gooey's
pain,
gone
or is
full
it-
multicolored from head to toe, like an oil spill.
Gooey, you okay?
Is this like physical pain what I can't solve, or is it just?
Yeah, this is just like Gooey in pain. His body is kind of almost like, the easiest way I can describe it, not that any of you will have experienced it, is when you lose a body part, you get a replacement, and your body rejects it, but then gets used to it. Gooey's body is essentially doing that around his core.
Ew.
Yeah. It is agonizingly painful, but not enough that it is causing damage.
So Gary would be going through that new magic thing, right? And the orc would be there, and all the Gary would be like, "Yeah, I'm all right," to the orc, and then go through it and just be like, "Ah, ah!" just screaming.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Comes out the other side, wipes goo off his forehead. I'm fine.
Imagine it. Oh. Gooey's just gonna just lay flat for a moment, just have a bit of chill for a bit.
So you all are in your cart. The roads are... It's enough for 2 carts. Imagine like a normal street. But the carts, as they pass each other, are very close, like wheels almost touching.
That seems dangerous.
It's a big town.
Yeah.
Once
Very
buildings are built, you want to build a new road, you kind of got to knock down a load of people's houses. People aren't too open to that, surprisingly. But as you wanted to stop for a beggar, right, little bird?
Yeah, I just want to stop alongside and pull out my notebook and write down. Ask where to find a map.
You come across a sap elf. You would have seen a couple around. They're like elves, but their skin is kind of like olivey brown, and rather than having hair, they have thick roots with kind of leaves across them. And his hair is like kind of tied back like roughly and kind of braided and stuff. You can see dirt all over him. He's kind of wearing like torn up clothes and stuff. And he looks at you, and you can see he's got golden eyes. No like whites or pupils or anything, just solid gold over it. He looks at you and he goes, Food for a beggar?
I drop 10 silver into his hand.
As you do that, a couple of other ones look over at him and like kind of shuffle closer to him and stuff. Thank you, kind stranger.
Tell you what, actually, I'll give him a ration out of my bag as well.
He quickly like
'Cause I've got like a bunch of them.
he grabs it, snaps it into 4, and hands it to 3 people like down, and like each of them are like kind of eating it. Thank you. You've extended my life another day, stranger. Maps you're looking for, yes? Well, if you're in Cat Rock, I might recommend the Enchanter's Emporium. Although they're not specifically in maps, they do have a wide selection of second-hand items and a lot of maps. We also, I hear tell of a, what's the word? A cartographer opening a small shop in Northgate, a little halfling man, Burns and such. But that's currently under construction.
I've got an idea. I want to ask him where I would go to rent a place to live.
Housing,
Like a house or a flat or something.
housing in Aurymond is tight, as you can see. But if you've got the cash, the West District, on the B side of the Castle Ward, will probably be your best bet. That tends to be where people with more money are, and such people who own a lot of houses that are looking to sell live. They buy our houses off us for an amount, and that they refurbish them and sell them on at a higher amount.
Fucking landlords.
Yeah,
Parasites.
I agree.
Tell you what.
You watch as he's
Is there
eating
nothing
this
in...
ration. The colour on his leaves is slowly starting to come back a little bit.
Is there nothing in Cat Rock where, like, we could... Because my idea was, right, before I go back to speaking to the guy,
Yeah.
my idea was instead of us paying however much for a tavern for a month and a half,
Yeah,
we just rent a flat and then either sell it off or just give it to someone.
again, West District would be the place to see because they
Yeah.
have houses located all across Aurymond. It's estate agent.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna thank him, and then
you.
I'm gonna get down off the cart and lean down and talk to him. And I'm just gonna be like, look. I guess I'm gonna have to fucking write this in my notebook, but just gonna be like, look. I can't do much, but here, and I'll give him 73 silver.
He starts weeping.
And I'll just tell him to, like, help everyone he can. And, you know, get food for him, but also try to help people.
We look after each other here. Don't worry.
I've got so much fucking silver that I'm never going to use, so it's like...
I wish that were the case. Thank you.
I mean, I'm saying that to you, the DM, not the very poor man. I'm not bragging about how rich I am to the homeless man. I'm not a shithead.
You walk up to the homeless one like, I've got so much money. Take my pittance. Rich. Have this change.
That's
I
more
mean, 100
money
silver
than I
is,
have.
100 silver is like 10 gold, right?
Yeah.
That's more
yeah.
money than I have.
I've got 6 platinum, 10 gold, 270 something silver, and 80 copper.
Yeah.
So
He looks at
getting
you and
rid
he
of the
goes,
silver is fine.
we'll make sure that as many of us as possible are fed. One of these is enough to feed 10 people for a day at the soup kitchen.
Well, there you go. Go and... Can you tell me where any of the soup kitchens are?
Here, there, and everywhere.
Will I just find them walking around?
Depending on the time of day, yes. Today's have already passed. Tomorrow.
I want to go and help.
You want to help at the soup kitchens?
I've got...
I'm not sure about staff, but they're always looking for more ingredients.
I've got ways to help, and I may as well, because there's nothing else to do with it.
They own a small block of flats where they live. The polycule that run the soup kitchen. They have a small block of flats at the Sunset Gate.
Sunset Gate?
Sunset Gate, near West District. There's about 11 of them in total. If you do want to take some supplies, Roots Apothecary here in Cat Rock has always got an overwhelming amount of vegetables and spices. They grow them themselves.
What's it called?
Roots Apothecary.
Roots Apothecary.
Yes. It's ran by a lovely Woodborn.
Okay. I'm going to thank him and just
Thank you, stranger.
jump back on the cart and give him a little
Be
salute and head
safe.
off.
May Tempest guide you.
And I'll say a little prayer for him and Auron as we go. But yeah.
Whereabouts are you heading? Are you just heading straight to... Well, you need to decide what inn you want to go to. The one the prince recommended was the Jealous Master, because he knows the dude there. But there is also the Marked Bottle, if that's... like, you know, it's just up to you. There are 2 in Cat Rock that you're aware of and have been recommended.
I mean, if we go to the one that the prince recommended, we could probably work in a discount of some kind.
Yeah, the owner's already aware that you're coming because the prince did say he would inform them.
Also, I don't think many of my people are in this city. That was immensely painful. A chair experience all over again.
Anyone?
I'm fine with Jealous Master. That's
Yeah.
fine for me.
After asking a couple of people, it's kind of late out. There's quite a few drunkards, and they're like, "Jealous Master's over that way, I think." You kind of get spun around a little bit, but you keep going west, and kind of getting, like, you can start to smell the ocean a bit, almost like in the center of Cat Rock, squeezed, like a large building squeezed in between like two small flats. You see a sign of a angry man bursting in a door while two lovers are fucking, and it says the Jealous Master underneath it. You hear lots of like metal clanking and cheering and stuff from inside. The lights are on and kind of flickering. The exterior of the building is like timber and bricks and stuff like that. It's about like 3 stories high, quite big. You get the impression that, like in Basinth, the main level may have a sub-level like balcony area to it as well, based on the amount of noise you can hear in there. The door is like dark oak with like iron like strips and stuff like that, and there's the smell of like food being cooked, like meat juices and like spices and stuff like that, mixed with just general fucking stale ass booze. There's some dude kind of leaned on the wall vomiting. 2 more dudes further down the road kind of illuminated by moonlight having a fucking brawl and shit.
Is there someone pissing against the front door?
Obviously there's someone pissing against the front door. This is a tavern at like midnight.
Something tells me having no taste or smell is a blessing and a curse here.
I'll go with blessing.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. Where do we live? What is the plan with the cart?
I don't know. I don't know that we've seen anywhere to leave them.
Is there any guards or peacekeepers wandering around? On patrol?
No, but there is like a back alley bit where you can see a couple of other carts parked up. It's like a back alley flat parking garage bit thing. Not garage, but like parking lot around the back of like, you know, squeezed in between a load of buildings.
I don't want to leave horse noises in an alley.
You do hear other horses in the alley.
That wouldn't make it better.
No. It's a horse and carriage parking lot. Don't worry too much about it.
They're city horses, and this is a country horse. It will not end well. I can leave Alistair with the cart to make sure nothing happens.
That's a good idea.
Though he doesn't really have the capacity to do much if something does happen.
He could come and find you.
This is true. And if need be, I can have his sister stand by the door as well. Maybe get his brother involved as well. I think he'll do for now.
Give it a start. Ritually casting Unseen Servant.
Yeah. After a
And
little while, you hear on the top above you.
Get there.
He's a rascal!
He's trying to be fancy today. If you're trying to make up for the rocks and the glass, it won't work.
You hear a on the concrete. Like he's just jumped off.
Stay with the cart. If anything happens, come find one of us. And nudge us, I guess.
You hear 2 knocks on the side of the cart.
I'm gonna give horse noises a treat and then head in.
Horse noises enjoys the treat.
Because it's the only thing I've ever wanted.
As you kind of leave the cart, you do see numerous other carts, all kind of in roped sections. There's troughs with like hay and water and stuff like that for the horses. You do see a couple of like nicer carts, like ones that have got like iron padding along the side and big locks and stuff like that. Like, you know, people are keeping important stuff in there, but whatever. As you swing open the door to the Jealous Master, you see loads of people, countless amounts of people, all different races, all just fucking having a good time. Minus like one or two which are kind of keeping themselves and skulking in the corner. You see like a hooded old dude kind of playing cards with himself. Big like walking stick next to him and stuff. Slowly sipping on a drink. There's like a couple of orcs and a half-orc. And they're like kind of giving the half-orc a nuggie and being like, you're alright for a fucking half-human, you know. You're not as strong as us! And he's like, yeah! Kind of like stubbed tusks. And behind the bar you see 6 foot tall, full plate armor and helmet kind of down, with just 2 blue lights on the inside, like wispy flames. And as you get close, the armor kind of goes, well, you know, whoever's fucking underneath the armor goes, "Hail, friend! Welcome!" He lifts up the front bit of his thing and it's just the 2 lights and empty on the inside. "The name's Ritterin." Holds out like a big hand.
I don't shake it.
Shakes your hand. "The prince told me you might be coming. How can I help?"
Rooms?
Just like,
You're looking for rooms. Rooms we can do. We've got... He pulls out a book and flips through it. My vision isn't what it used to be. 7 rooms available. He kind of snaps it shut, slides it underneath. As, like, you're talking to him, you see him, like, pull out a polishing cloth and just kind of... Gotta make sure it stays clean, you know?
Do you clean the glasses with that cloth?
No. Why would I sully my armor with cloth glasses?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you have
You hear
any
a couple of
idea
people.
what the hell this thing is?
Yeah. It's animated
Okay.
armor.
Yeah, I figured, but it was just like, you didn't want to be rude. Just
No,
be
it's
like,
just animated armor.
Are you the So you're a construct with a personality.
So you're a smart one. I used to have a smart one in my old group. So, not so much a construct. Been around for a while. Basically, when I was a young haphazard adventurer doing dungeons and that kind of stuff, I got a curse that bound me to my armor. And I was like, you know, whatever, I can deal with it. Tried having it removed, nothing really worked. I was like, fuck it. If I die, I won't be bound to the armor. I can be resurrected. Happy as Larry. Nothing can go wrong with that. We had someone in my party that could do resurrection magic. Would have been fine. The armor was bound to my soul, not to my body. So, for the last 150 years, this has been me! Yeah, I'm still around, but, you know, I look good. He kind of keeps shining his armor. So, rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Kyrie's doing in this whole situation.
Kyrie's
You
like,
know.
wait, my armor can do that.
Kyrie's like writing up a long list.
If you're interested in our menu, we do room deliveries as well. But he pulls out a bit of paper and hands it to you. And this is like the menu, like with food and with alcohol. But yeah, he looks at you guys. That's the menu. If you want specific alcohol, let me know. Check if we've got it in stock. We'll let you know if we do or if we don't.
Is that literal dragon meat?
Well, we call it dragon meat. It's yak meat that we have braised over a long period of time in chilies and similar spices. So it really breaks down the fat with the honey and stuff like that. And the chilies just add to the heat. We call it dragon meat because it's spicy.
I'll be seeing your lawyer. No, can we just get 2 rooms, please?
Yeah,
Preferably very nice rooms.
All the rooms are the same. Can't be picking favourites now.
That's miserable.
But the prince did send you. So, might be able to work something out in your favour. You want 2 of the best rooms, or do you want 4 of the best rooms?
Yes, that.
Okay, 4 of the best rooms, can do.
What does that mean?
It means the ones we keep on the sly for people that we know.
Oh,
You know, because you don't like favourites.
Well, there's a difference between choosing favourite patrons and choosing friends, isn't there? You wouldn't call every single person you serve at work a friend, would you? And you hear a couple of people be like, prick!
I would.
So
Is
they
it
are in
still
the...
pissing at the front door?
No, he's walked on now. They are in the basement, that is the one downside. But it does mean you get quicker service.
Oh.
And woolen mattresses.
Yes, good. We're doing that.
So, with it being the best rooms and you're here with the prince, we'll call it 4 of them. For the lot of you, 4 rooms, best rooms. We'll say 20 silver a night.
I'd put down 50 gold.
How long are you planning on spending here?
Just turns to captain and is just like, have you lost the concept of financial stability?
I have 400 gold, it's fine.
No. Kyrie's gonna, like, take it back and then put probably 150 silver down.
I mean, we can just do it day by day if you want.
Oh no, the rest of it was gonna be a tip, but that's fine.
That's a huge tip.
Captain, I think we need to talk about your financial stability.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put down then 5 gold then.
Okay, right. That's more reasonable.
That is more reasonable. I wouldn't accept 50 gold off you.
Goose just going to turn to the little birds like, so is the plan for us to stay here briefly, then find a place to stay for longer?
I don't know. I just thought, might save us some money, and also we could probably find somewhere that's like not surrounded with people, or filled with people rather.
That would be nice, and it'd be nice to get to know the neighborhood.
I
This
am
is a
looking
capital.
at buying another place to open another establishment. If you want, say we get say you end up finding a decent sized 3-story, I'll chip in for it if you let me have the bottom floor and turn it into a second tavern. You guys can have the top floors.
Returns a little bit. Doesn't that kind of eliminate the point we were trying to make earlier?
Yeah.
Well,
It's an offer, save money. But
the deal is open.
yes, quite.
I just want to explain to the guy, like, we were looking for, an apartment or something to rent short term or buy outright, and then either rent for cheap or something like that.
We become landlords.
Yeah, but
We're
the rent
looking
like
for
one
passive
silver a month.
income.
It would come with passive income, yes, obviously. Because I would need the cellar and the ground floor. I'd say 20% of earnings would go to you guys. I would have to buy stock and all of that.
Maybe we discuss
starting
this
a
when
business.
we might find
The gang
building.
starts a business.
Yeah.
You have a business plan to hand.
I do.
You do.
He pulls out.
Wow.
Dungeon Master's Guide.
I can't wait for the 6 months of drug raiding and lawsuits.
This is.
Oh
we need an alcohol
no, I am sorry, I have grown a hemp in the cellar for this long length of time. What a shame. I don't know where this has come from.
If you're looking for that kind of stuff, Cat Rock is the place, but they're kind of hush-hush about it because peacekeepers.
That was to the DM.
If you're looking for that kind of place, they are in Cat
Okay.
Rock, but they're kind of hush-hush because of the peacekeepers.
So what is the plan? Are we resting. Did those? Then the second person is it, and then just like points to Captain and just casts a message, just so he only hears him in his head, and just says, "Did Ozak? Yeah, did Ozak tell us where to go in the capital?"
I don't remember.
He did not. He just said, just go to the capital.
Well,
Is that
Seems like-
Just
oozling
got a
swear?
swear.
Gooey, did you just do a swear?
none of you understand the language, so it is. I can say whatever I please.
That scares me.
All right. So, is the plan to rest, then explore?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We probably should rest all night and then.
Yeah, I didn't think
Have a
this
look
far
around.
ahead.
We can look at the runes, and I'll order some drinks in.
There's a wire in the basement for the rooms down there. Connects to a bell in the kitchen back here. Ring it, someone will come down and see to you.
Don't tell us that, we're just gonna spam ring it.
Gooey sets up Alistair, just ring the bell all the time.
Ding ding ding.
Oh, he's outside. I'd have to get his sister to do that. It's actually he only lasts for an hour, so I might have to go back out and recast it.
Oh, if you've got a carriage parked out the back, don't worry. As long as you parked it against the side that's on this building, I own those parking spots. No one should fuck with it.
I'll just leave him out there until he stops
Yeah,
existing.
just leave him out in the cold. It's fine.
He doesn't understand temperature. It's fine.
Do you?
Just
Sounds
stops and
intensive.
thinks for a second there. I don't think. I don't. Well, there's no muscle or skin, so
I
probably
think Gooey
not.
feels the temperature.
Yes.
Gooey, impervious. I mean, your body reacts to temperature, but you don't feel it.
No.
Oh, it's kind of terrifying.
Oh, that's kind of horrible.
I
Yeah,
mean, Gooey
like
jumped
a-
into the
I know,
ocean and it was just kind of vibing, and it's like, oh
yeah.
yeah.
And on the
Normal
fucking
person- Yeah.
on the festival day, Gooey was steaming and kind of slowly evaporating. If you
Yeah.
take Gooey into too cold a place, he might just become solid Gooey and not
What
be
is
able
the-
to move.
What is the
Yep.
name for that though? Like that condition where you can put your
Batteries?
hand on like a radiator or whatever and not feel danger.
Oh.
Oh, among smokers, we just call it asbestos fingers. Where you've smoked it that long that you lose
You can literally just
temperature.
turn it off.
Yeah, you just stop
Yeah.
feeling temperature in your fingertips.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
It's
Use
great.
Gooey's whole body.
Asbestos
thing.
Gooey.
No.
We've
Oh,
been
so
the
Gooey
wall-
giving us cancer.
Into the walls.
Gooey.
Imagine Gooey, right? But Gooey's in the walls the entire campaign, and it's like,
I don't think I'm going to interact with any alcohol for a while. But the rest of you can. I'm going to go find a bucket.
oh,
True, what? Just to find the basement and a bucket to sleep in.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a hatch that kind of leads into the basement next to the desk. He kind of points down to it and he goes, "Yep, just down those stairs."
You have a bathtub down there.
We do have a washroom, yes.
Oh. That would be improper to sleep in there, wouldn't it?
I mean, I wouldn't advise sleeping in a bathtub anyway, especially one in a tavern. But if you want something of that shape,
It's fine. I'll sleep on the floor.
we've
It is
we've
not
got
the first time.
large pans in the kitchen. As long as you
Don't
clean
worry.
them afterwards.
It's fine. You don't need to clean it.
I think I'm going to, just for my patron's sake, if that's, okay with you. There are
Right.
also bedpans in each bedroom if you need them. Yeah, you get downstairs. numerous barrels along the walls, all hooked up to taps and stuff like that. This is just like a spare storage for them. And along the wall you see like 8 doors. 4 of them are like dark wood, 4 of them are light wood. The light wood ones have got like signs over that say like in use.
I guess Gary only needs like a bucket so he can just stay wherever.
I often do shrink myself to preserve the space of the room, though.
I don't know how to respond to that.
It's the equivalent of sleeping in fetal position in a small bed.
Oh.
How do you know what that feels like?
I have seen you all sleeping.
Okay, yeah. No.
You just need me sleeping in a fetal position.
Well, I guess if we can take rooms individually, Captain, do you want one for yourself?
I don't know. I assume one of us would just be sharing with Gooey.
Yeah, it's up to you who you want to share, like who wants to share it with Gooey though.
I mean, I think it's up to Gary.
Can we pick your favorite person? Quickly.
That is a complicated decision.
Yeah, who's your favorite?
I mean, I know
Who do you want to
maybe you
Awful
don't
thing
have
to
say.
say.
Who do you want to watch sleep the most?
Oh. I don't think anyone wants to do.
Is that more intellectual inquiry or emotional relation?
Why did I even ask?
This is-
Flint's just gonna pick a room, be like, right, if you decide to come in here, that's fine. I'm gonna go rest. It's been a long day.
Okay, Gooey will just kind of pick a room and then just sort of stand in the middle of it.
You can roll a d4 and then see who you end up with.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
Little Bird's 1, Ivani's 2, Flint is 3, Kyrie's 4.
Why that way? Why not just do it in the order of the Discord? It'd be way easier.
Okay, do it in the order of the Discord.
Okay, I guess Gooey's with Kyrie.
Kyrie, you've got the goo bucket in the corner.
Okay.
Oh no. No. Gooey's been restricting themselves this whole time and has now been said that they don't have to. Gooey's just gonna kind of melt and take up like a fair amount of the room now.
That's okay, the beds are elevated.
And Gooey's just gonna sleep underneath the bed
Yeah.
like a monster.
You wake up in the middle of the night and Gooey's hand comes out and just gives you a
there's-
thumbs up.
As long as Kyrie can put all our things down without things getting like slopped on, so like
Yeah.
our shields and stuff.
It's fine, I will retract myself so you have enough personal room.
I keep forgetting that she has 2 shields.
Yeah. Night comes, you're kind of dealing with the loudness from upstairs. It's not too bad because it's like solid stone rooms and stuff like that. There's incense burning in each one. Each room's got a different incense. Little Bird, you've got lavender. Avani, you've got sandalwood. Giri and Kyrie, you've got Nag Champa. And Flint, you've got cinnamon.
Oh.
And yeah, morning comes around. You can kind of hear the doors opening and dinging upstairs.
I ring the bell.
Gooey's just gonna crawl from out underneath the bed. And just pile of clothes in the corner and just gets enveloped. Just stands up.
Quite quickly. Not one of the ones you saw last night, but in a similar outfit. This time it is kind of like a waistcoat, big puffy sleeves underneath, long tail out the back. Very, very well dressed. It's a tiefling. Kind of one cracked horn that comes up like that, one full one. Like deep purple skin, kind of swept back and kind of coming along like behind the ears, like blue hair, bright blue eyes. He looks at you and goes, yes. How can I help? What do you need this morning?
I get 2 reasonably strong meads and
course.
2 small glasses of wine.
Of course. Please, the appropriate money, which would be, he kind of takes out a notebook, flips it, takes out a little quill out of his side and dips it in ink. Please leave your 5 copper in the slot down there, and your drinks will be with you shortly. He walks upstairs, comes back down, puts them all on the table out the front.
Are they on like a saving plate?
They were when he brought them down, and then he
Okay.
takes them off and puts them on the table in the basement.
I'm just
Kind
gonna
of
do
claps his
like
hands and a couple of candles.
I'm just gonna do like the motherly rounds.
Yep.
And pick up one of the meads in my hand. Oh, one of the meads in my right hand and the other in my left hand, and just walk in and like open Catherine's door with my elbow and just
Yeah,
put it
just-
down. Yeah, put down mead
Yeah.
on the nightstand, and then I walk to the other room carrying like the other two.
The
And
wines.
just give Ovani a wine and a little bit of wine.
Little bird is not there.
Oh,
It's gone sunrise. Little bird wakes up with the
yeah.
sun.
But there's a little bit of stuff still there. There's a little bit of stuff gone.
Little bird has all of their stuff.
They
At all
always
times.
carry all their stuff. Never assume little bird has
They-
left anything behind.
They literally sleep curled around their bag.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
adorable.
It's my entire personality trait.
I'm just gonna drink my mead and try to get to the highest point of the tavern. To see if they're there.
Well, the highest point that you guys would be able to access without renting the top rooms would be the balcony within the tavern.
You want a hand getting to the top?
Gooey's been following you this whole time. And you, just
Hi,
like,
Gooey.
like before when you got lost him in the crowd.
Hello.
I have legs. I think they're functioning enough.
Do you want to make it easier, though, to get to the top of the building?
Okay, if it makes you happy, just don't cause a ruckus.
I know you're not a fan of basket, but it will work this way still, if you'll allow me.
You would have to walk past Little Bird to get outside.
I'm just sad at the bar just having breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll quickly just as I'm being dragged away, just to make Gooey happy. I'll let it happen anyways. But like, I'll stretch out and just put down like a glass of wine next to Little Bird, and then just slowly glide away.
Oh, Gooey's just assuming Little Bird's on the roof.
Yeah.
There is a male puka and a gorgon kind of also serving. The suit of armor's still there, just kind of looking around, taking a couple of people's orders and passing them through to the kitchen.
Oh. I guess if Little Bird has been found, I won't bother with the magic then. I haven't yet had a chance to use it yet.
We could use it outside of the tavern, I guess.
I don't want to do it on Little Bird, it will cause too much chaos.
I mean, you could do it on me.
Would you like to be able to walk on walls?
Oh. I think I'm probably the only one who would enjoy doing that. I mean, is there a purpose for this in tavern? I think people would be a bit weirded out by me potentially ruining their wallpaper and paintings.
It is a spell I prepared just in case another burglary attempt was attempted.
I could maybe like try it on the town walls, and maybe we could get something from the outside back in if we're trying to be secretive.
You want to do that now?
I mean, I don't really have anything that I want to bring in from the outside, but if it's anything you people want to bring in, I guess we'll just have to discuss this when everyone's up. Do we want to wake the others up?
Not quite now. Also, while we have a moment, why are you so reluctant to confront your past in the arena? It has been a pressing thought in my mind, and I am aware you are sensitive on the subject.
So go, yeah, about walking up walls to get to the highest place, yeah? We can do that now, yes?
I have lost interest in that now. I'm curious, though.
Well, people have information that they do not want to share.
That is why magic exists, to pry that knowledge if necessary.
Oh.
Magic with consent, that is.
That is very true.
Although I will not kill you over this like Avani will. I'd rather you not know this information.
Okay. I won't get Basket to bite you in the ankles then.
I just jump and like sort of scutter away, thinking that Basket's near.
It's a requirement of the spell. Not really. I do it for flavor effect.
I'll just go wake up the other two. Okay.
See you later.
Guri just like doesn't actually walk, just kind of like moves backwards up the stairs, just facing Kyrie.
Keeping eye contact. Just,
Yeah.
you will
Doesn't
tell
realize
me.
Doesn't
You will
realize
tell
they're being
me.
creepy, but it's just gonna do it anyway.
Absolutely horrifying.
Thank you, Gooey. Never do that again.
Oh, Kyrie, you look a bit pale. Everything good?
Oh, hi, Kyrie. What's up?
Yeah, someone just said that I've just saw a oozling. Yeah,
Oh,
like a ghost. Ugh.
Did you know meats magically appear in your bedroom? It's really amazing.
hmm.
I
Yeah,
had one this morning.
who knows I was so magical.
You see
Anyways,
two people come out of one of the other bedrooms and kind of ring the bell. And the tiefling from before kind of come down. It's a human and a half-orc, like two men. And the tiefling comes down and he's like, yes, and just talking to them in the background. Kind of looks over at you guys because he hasn't seen the rest of you yet. Smiles, gives a little wave. You can see he's got a tattoo on the inside of his hand.
Look,
Okay.
can I do an insight to see what kind of tattoo?
Yeah, just do a perception.
are you just looking past me?
You were talking to Flint, and then Flint sees a fucking man in a suit and is like, yes, I'm listening. Kind of head
Yeah.
just...
And sees another tiefling and is like, well, here we go.
Oh,
go.
that is a 18 on perception.
Okay, the easiest way I can describe it, it's like in a circle, and then it's almost like, it's symmetrical, but it's like a tiefling skull with horns that come out the side, out the top, and then three more along the jaw that come down.
Would Flint recognize it from anywhere with that kind of perception?
Make a history check.
15.
It's one of the old symbols of they used to put on armor and stuff during the Great War to differentiate between races, so they knew what race was in what platoon. You get it's just the symbol for tiefling from the Great War.
Alright. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Flint has completely zoned out of whatever conversation he was having with Kyrie.
Like to think that me and Ovani are just jesting this, we know.
Yeah.
So we're like going dancing around a little bit and going, ooh.
Yeah, Flint just stops halfway through talking. Like,
And we like, right, so Kyrie's gonna stand behind Flint and like becking the tiefling to come over behind Flint.
Yeah. He walks over and he's like, yes, how may I help?
And I'm just gonna point to Flint.
As you see him talking, you see he has got, his canines have actually got like gold caps on them.
Flint just
What is it that you need?
for someone with like a fucking +6 to any kind of charisma rolls.
Flint's
It's
only good at
fine.
charisma when it comes to not fucking men.
Kyrie will wing woman. Our good friend here was looking at your hand.
Oh,
I thought you were going to say
symbol.
something so different.
Our good friend was looking at your cock.
No!
Ah, the symbol.
Who's gonna cast a message which can go up and down and around corners. Just message captain and say, "Hey, you up yet?"
Yeah,
Excellent.
Flint just, he doesn't, I don't think Flint knows that he can reply to message in his head, so he just shouts, when it's like, oh, you were looking at his cock, just, yes, in reply to both that and what Gooey has said.
I'm sorry. This is a professional establishment. However, my free days are Tuesdays and Sundays. And you can find me within the tavern. I'm currently
sorry.
not looking for a relationship or anything. of the
Neither am
sort.
I. I'm sorry, it's so unprofessional.
I'm interested in hearing your story. He kind of rolls up his sleeve a little bit, and you can see several more, like, gold tattoos around his wrist and stuff like that depict, like, they are... The easiest way I can describe it, it's like, like the old prints of, like, battle scenes and stuff like that. Like, where it's, like, all the people running at one big monster and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of got that stuff, like, wrapping around. I'm interested in learning people's stories. I love to hear it.
Yes.
I'm very interested in history and great fights and such. And kind of puts his sleeves back and buttons them up again. I'd be interested in hearing your story. You seem like an interesting fellow.
Yes.
Very well then.
Yes.
I shall see you around.
Yes.
He just walks off.
How has this man gotten laid once? How? People are just attracted to stupidity is what I'm gaining.
Is that how it usually goes?
Yes.
Oh, should write this down. When he starts writing it down.
Yes.
I think you should drink the rest of your mead after that.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Flint just grabs his mead and just starts going to go find Gooey and see what they wanted.
As the tiefling walks off, you do notice on his horns there's like splotches, almost like paint hasn't covered something, and you see gold kind of coming through, like lightly glowing. You get the impression that this isn't just a tiefling, this is a tiefling ASMR.
Ooh.
Yeah, little bird, the Armour's there talking to you as the rest of them come up, and he goes, my small friend here was telling me that you were looking for a map maker of some sort, or someone that you could procure an overview of the city from.
Flynn's just gonna quickly put 10 gold onto the counter and say, that's for the tiefling, I bothered him, I'm very sorry, let's go find a map!
You might want to...
Flipp's out. Flipp's gone. Flipp's gone.
He looks at Little Bird and he goes, the tiefling's name is Ebron. And if you're looking for maps, I can suggest the Enchanter's Emporium. A lot of second-hand goods. I go there from time to time. And even if you need maps of other places, they probably have it. Enchanter's Emporium is everywhere, so they have a lot of stock from everywhere.
What kind of goods do they sell, actually? Like anything in general?
Kind of. They mostly work with magical goods, and with there being an Enchanter's Emporium in every town, it means they can acquire and sell a lot of stock, so the stock is constantly changing. There's always new things in there, so if you're looking for something, come back a week later, the stock will be entirely different. But they do also deal with second-hand goods and such. And I know for a fact that they have maps. There's a shelf on one of the walls of maps, even old maps of places that have long since been lost, for collectors and such.
Perhaps we should head there first, it would seem.
That is what I was going to suggest.
Yeah, sure.
Well, thanks for the information. Much
course.
appreciated.
Do you have any food scraps that are not being used at the moment, or you're going to dispose of?
We usually feed those to the horses. Obviously, not meat, but all vegetable scraps go to the horses in the trails up the back.
Oh, any rotting meat would be sufficient.
You see, the thing about living in a town with all kinds of people means there are people that eat all kinds of things. So the rotting meat we do actually serve to some of the undead residents.
Undead residents.
What's Little Bird's reaction when he says this?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
Little
immediately
Bird is
just
very
snap?
pointedly not listening. Very, very explicitly not listening. Like, going out of their way to make sure that everyone knows that they are not hearing.
I mean, technically I am an undead, as I cannot die, and I was brought back. But no,
Just leave.
no
Like,
physical
leave.
body, just armor.
Just leave the town.
yeah, he's talking to Gooey now, and he's like, but people like mummies and the like, undead to some degree can maintain consciousness, personalities and such, and will seek out alternative forms of food. And a lot of the places here will provide that food if necessary.
Technically, I'm a form of undead, I guess.
Oh well, it's lovely to meet another undead.
Just egging a little bird now.
Little bird's not there.
No, we're just like, oh, it's so cool to be undead, you know? We're so progressive, and it's just like, I want to kill you all.
In terms of looking for rotted meat, if that is what you consume, the best place to go would probably be Mist Street. It is the district on the outside of town. That tends to be where a lot of undead live. Outside of town, but close to the walls. They don't have to deal with a lot of people. But they also don't have to go through the barrier. Luckily, I was here before the barrier got put up, so I won't die. But it also means I can't ever leave. You know, swings and roundabouts, I guess. Gotta look on the bright side.
It was incredibly painful to come through.
I can
But
imagine.
I guess the Enchanter's Emporium, all we know is it is in Catarrock somewhere, but don't know any specifics.
Okay, so the Enchanter's Emporium. It moves around a little bit because it is not a fixed location, as it were. You will be looking for a specific kind of door. It is a blue wood door with a gold frame around the outside and gold etchings around the outside of the door. Several small gems, I guess, pressed into the wood. The thing with the Enchanter's Emporium, and it might be a little bit disorientating at first, think of it as one location with no fixed location. There is an Enchanter's Emporium in every capital. Just look for the door. All of the doors will lead you to the same establishment, ran by the same person. It just means that they can get a lot of stock. Zinner there is a good man. He cares for his family very much. And, it means that should you need maps of a place that you haven't visited, or you need to get items from a certain place, they would be able to procure that. Unfortunately, this does not allow other people to go to different locations, as it is Zinhir's innate magic. But it means that you can request certain things from certain places, and there is a good chance that they will be able to get them for you. So you can enter in Aurymond, buy stock from Eustrix, for example, and leave in Aurymond again. Wonderful bit of magic, and I cannot imagine the profit that Zinnia must make.
Well, looks like we're looking for a door. That's for everyone else.
Yes.
If you've got detect magic, it tends to give off. The easiest way I can describe it is a purplish aura. You'll understand what I mean. Very tall, very purple. It's the only way I can really describe it.
Well, other practitioner of the arcane,
Just looked at Ronnie.
that's your duty.
Yes, I can quite easily cast detect magic.
I need to learn that at some point.
It is quite useful indeed.
Nice. I supply other things. Onwards.
Gooey's just gonna eat some of their rations for that day, really.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna attempt to try and find this place.
But yeah, if that's what you want to go looking for, use detect magic, and we'll get you there.
Yeah, if everyone else wants to, yeah.
Yeah.
We roll an old investigation for this.
So, if you're using detect magic, you would be very overwhelmed at first. The entire city is covered in anti-magic barrier along it, which means any magic within the city is concentrated as fuck within the city. Like, it is scary strong. But you do see the beam that he's on about. It's a very purple kind of floaty going upwards into the sky. from about 5 streets away. It's not that far away, honestly. And you can follow it quite easily.
This little bit just ran away, as per.
No, just waiting outside the tavern.
Okay.
After about 5 minutes, you get to the door. The building is kind of crumbling a bit, and it doesn't look in the best of repair, but the door is exactly as described. A strange blue wood, golden etchings along the side with gems pressed into it, and a gold frame.
Can I knock on the door?
Yeah,
I knock on the door.
nothing happens.
Oh, I guess nobody's home.
It's a shop. Do you knock on a shop door before you go in?
Usually you enter and just...
Yeah, you swing open the door, and it's this massive room. There are all kinds of people kind of around, and on an elevated section with steps that kind of go up with a little queue behind it, you see very quickly a dark-skinned male, like burn scars across his face, hair kind of tied back, and he is just very quickly just boom, 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 that, taking the gold, putting it to the side. There are walls of potions, of scrolls, there are staffs and wands kind of propped up along the walls, all of it in like casing. The floor is like tiled mosaic depicting several different types of magic sigils and stuff. The desk that he's working at has kind of got a cream square sheet over it with like a gold embroidered edge. He sees you enter and he goes, welcome, feel free to browse. If you need to buy something, I'll be here. And it kind of goes back to dealing with people.
He turns half, right down the middle, half emerald and half grey.
Okay.
Just looks around excited, but then just sort of like slumps a little bit.
What's wrong? Isn't it exciting, all this magical stuff? Oops.
It is exciting. However,
We just hold up a tiny little coin pouch.
my only currency is silver, of which I have only 45 of it left.
Oh, I see.
You do see there are several magical curiosities behind him, like on the shelves. And one is a big jar, but it is like a big jar completely sealed around the top, and then had wax poured over it just to further seal it, with a very similar colour of goo to Gooey.
Well, Gooey, if you want something, you can always ask me, or anyone else from the group.
The
So, yeah.
construction of all the spells I make is quite expensive. But you will browse first. I will.
Everything has a
Around.
tag on it saying what it is, so
What the hell's the tag with the jar and the goo on it then?
you can't make it out from where you are. It is a big room, and it is on the other side. You just recognise it as the same colour as you.
I think Flint is just going to quickly put the amulet underneath his shirt because he recognises that this is a lot of magic and the amulet could get very out of control very quickly if it starts to get hungry. You know what? I'm gonna try something that I haven't done for a couple of sessions. Flint is gonna go up to
His name is Zinna Dan.
Is there a thing on the rings?
A what? A price?
Yeah.
No, you'd have to take them to him.
Ooh, okay. Flint's gonna put the amulet onto. He's gonna go up and say, do you let people sell stuff? Yeah.
Yes, we deal in second-hand goods as well.
Hmm.
If you're looking to sell, have an item inspected, or even priced up, you will have to see my wife over there. And he kind of points to another desk with a shorter queue. And there you see another dark-skinned woman, kind of frizzy hair everywhere, kind of like chewing on a bit of bark, like holding a map up to some like blue flames and like inspecting it and stuff. Her name is Thero.
Flint is gonna go over there and then I guess wait in line.
Yeah. While Flint's waiting in line, what do the rest of you want to do?
I wanna find the price on the protection ring, and also I wanna know what the fuck the ram ring is.
The ram ring.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up. The ram ring is a ring that you can use to break down a roughly locked door. You get 5 uses on it. And essentially you punch the door and it's like hitting it with a battering ram.
Oh, well, looking for a ring of Bowl Rush.
Mm.
Because that'd just be fun. But how much are the protection rings?
You flip it over, and it says about 400 gold. It says
never mind.
It says depending on the wear of the item and stuff like that. Like it might be cheaper.
Ooh, never mind. I guess I'll die.
Flint, minor wondrous items. There's a folding boat.
Yeah, there
Is
is.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
I
is.
can't.
There's also slippers of spider climbing.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of things.
yeah,
There's also
Holding boat. Okay, I might
there's
get
a lot
that.
of copies of the same thing as well.
Yeah, I
What?
know. The copies are just where I forgot to put X2 and I've accidentally pasted it a second time. Don't worry too
What's-
much about that.
Dust of appearance.
I know what it does, but I'm gonna let you learn.
Natural armor.
The Dust of Appearance gives you one use. You throw it in the air, and any invisible or ethereal creature in a 10-foot cube becomes visible.
How much is that?
That one's 200 gold.
Jesus. They don't
Can I
let
ask-
things go cheap.
Magic items aren't cheap.
Yeah,
Can I ask how much the folding boat is?
there is a price tag on that that says is about 7,000 gold.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
It's a
What's the
wondrous
ring of-
item,
Gonna
so
fucking steal a boat now.
yeah, we are stealing a boat.
Ah, okay.
How much?
Hmm.
What's the amulet of natural armor? Because I can't wear armor.
the Amulet of Natural Armor is pretty much what you get from your ability anyway. Like where it's if you're unarmored, you get extra bonuses.
What are those bonuses?
Yours is
Mine's Dex and Wisdom.
yeah, Dex and Wiz. This one will be Dex and Strength.
Oh well, fucking never mind. Because I don't want to lose one.
It essentially makes rather than you wearing armor, it kind of makes exoskeleton bits jut out of you armor-like.
Yeah,
Like,
we don't wear armor, so.
But, like, I have 8 strength, so no, I'm good actually.
You're not
Guri's-
losing AC.
Yeah, Guri has 0 strength and 1 to dex, so that,
That
would
wouldn't
not
help you either.
How
Nice.
much does these
Can I
slippers
sell them my
kind of climbing
shield?
cost?
What one?
My regular one.
Yeah, you get behind Flint. Flint, you're being seen to now.
Oh, finally.
She looks at you and she goes, "How can I help?"
Oh god, I feel like I shouldn't just confess all my sins to you. You are just a shopkeeper.
Mhm.
But I have this, and I put the amulet on the table. Be very careful with it. It eats magic. I just need to know. It cracked, and I've never been able to damage it.
She holds it up and holds it to the blue flame, and then quickly drops it. Make sure that doesn't get near the stock.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever that is,
Yeah.
we had to get rid of something similar about a year ago because it ate half of our stock.
Oh.
Please keep a very tight grip on that.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I've seen its side effects personally.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get rid of the previous thing?
We sold it. That's what we do. We sell things. It was
Wouldn't-
sold to us by somebody. We gave them about 1,000 because all it was you put magic into it and nothing happens. And then someone came in, was expecting it, trying on the earrings, trying on the rings, and bumped into one of our shelves. Boom. Over. We lost so much stock.
Do you remember what it looked like?
Yeah, it was a pair of 2 rings.
Yeah. Just
Solid
like more.
gold, kind of an amber gem in the center.
Can you give me? Do you have a record of who you sold that to? And I take the amulet off the table. Who do you sell that to?
It was over a year ago.
That's fine. Just
That's a lot of records to look through.
I will help, please. I
I'd
need
rather
that
you not
name.
look through our records. Sorry, but
Yeah, I said it, and then I was like, oh, maybe not. That sounds kind of weird for a stranger to come and be like, hey, can I have a look at your records?
if you give us a couple of days, I'll ask my sons to look through. I know it was February-ish, because it was January that we lost all the stock. I'll ask my sons to have a look through. Please come back to us in a couple of days.
That's
Do we
fine.
overhear
Kyrie's,
this conversation?
yeah, Kyrie's gonna be bumping Flint in the back like, you heard her say 1,000. Sell the amulet. Sell it.
I'm
Sell
going
it.
to I'm going to give her 20 gold as a thank you.
Thank you. She picks it up, and you watch her drop it into a similar pocket like Krikar had. Like the blue, like, almost like cup holder portal.
Yeah, does Guri overhear this conversation?
There is a lot of people talking in here as well, though.
I'm going to roll perception? No.
Yeah.
Oh, and how much do the slippers cost?
The slippers of spider climbing,
Yes.
those would be about 310. They allow climbing movement to be the same as regular movement.
Oh, okay. And I think it also makes your hands free.
It does.
Yeah, because they're slippers.
Yes.
No,
okay,
spider climb does as well.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I was going to do on Kyrie, but then decided not to.
They are terrifying to look at. They are pink slippers, and all along the edge of them are about that long spider legs.
Oh!
And if you put them on, you see one person trying them on, the spider legs start twitching and moving.
That's very
Burn them,
similar to how
burn them,
Guri's spell
burn them.
works. That's actually how the description. Well, that's how I was going to do it. Okay. Sorry. Perception. I got a 17 plus
Yeah, you
1
would hear
for
it.
18. Okay. Which takes note of that.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That honestly helps way more than you think it might.
That's what we're here for.
I'll just quickly fodder off my shield.
Regular shield, we'll give you 50 silver for it.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright. He kind of slides it onto a like tray, pushes it through the wall, pulls the tray back out with nothing on it. There's no shield, seen a bit of battle. You travellers?
Adventurers, yes.
Same thing.
Well, puts more of a fancy name on it, I guess.
You see anything in my store that you like? You let me know.
Oh.
I'd let you know what I like, but I'm afraid my pockets aren't that deep.
Well, luckily we are everywhere. So, should you ever come across the foes, you know where to find us. And we will buy pretty much anything. All of our research goes to the Crown and to furthering our own products. Anything unenchanted that we get, we have ways of enchanting it and then putting it back up for sale.
Can I get them to look at the flambage? Just
Yeah,
to see
you
what
just
they would
summon
value
it.
it. Yeah.
He goes, oh, that is a nice piece. He kind of like looks at it and puts it. May I?
Yeah, sure.
He picks it up. How does the summoning work?
Well, you see, it's bound to me. You'll have to give it me back.
Of course. He hands it
I'll-
to you.
Flick my wrist and send it back into the void.
Ooh, I do like that. That is nice. Where did you find it? Dungeon, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Can I give it to them for them to bind with it, or does it only bind with me?
You would have to have it unbound and then
Okay.
it could be rebound.
So it's just mine. What would they value that at?
The banishment enchantment, the flamberge of this quality, probably from at least 70 years ago. I personally would buy it for about 200 gold. My wife may offer you more, may offer you less. She has more information on this stuff. I am just the face of the thing with just knowledge I've picked up over time. My wife is someone that specializes in discerning what items are, where they came from, that kind of stuff. You know how it is.
Yeah. Carrie's just gonna like put it back into the void and just walk away saying thank you and sulk a little bit.
You can get in the queue to see his wife.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Well, that is where we're going to end this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed, both players and listeners, and we'll catch you all next Monday.